and say there is no corollary on the atheist side to that. But those who argue that religion is a source of morality have, as always, and as so far this evening, all they're explaining still ahead of them. And that's with 2,000 years of failure to chalk up. Pretty wet performance,
I must
isn't it?
say this, and I know we have some more questions. Atheism has been here for thousands of years too. And I think that just as there is a lot going forward to look for answers from those of us that believe, those that have made thousands of years of careers and books in disbelief haven't answered much either.
Well, if you think that Spinoza, say, or Democritus is just the equivalent of, I don't know who. Did you say Paul Tillich? I just think you're not comparing like with like. I think our tradition beats yours every time intellectually.
Of course you do.
And our tradition we've never had to take anything back. We've never had to say, look, we've been teaching the children that the world was flat for too long, we'll have to change this now. We never said you're going to limbo if your child dies unbaptized. We have nothing of this sort in our conscience, and every discovery made by independent, corroborative, disinterested research tends to support what we suspected in the first place.
But I would argue that those of us that believe in our own relationships with God and believe prayers are answered does disbelieve that. It's hard to lose something if you put nothing there but just argue against whatever's there is not there. So you start with the undue advantage.
That went straight past my bat, I have to say.
I know.
I want to take just 2 more questions. Sir, please.
Mr. Hitchens, does man have an innate need for ceremony and ritual? And if so, how does he satisfy it without religion?
I believe that we do, for the most part, have an innate need for ceremony and ritual, yes. I think that seems to be a common finding of all anthropologists in all societies at all times. This doesn't mean that they have to take the form of, say, human sacrifice, though some of the better and more elaborate ones have taken that form. Or, say, the investiture of a monarch, where one would be better off with a republic, and so forth. I mean, the knowledge of these needs or innatenesses is also an awareness that these impulses must be, so to say, domesticated, civilized. Actually, the best argument I know for religion, which is, perhaps I owe an apology to the gentleman I was rude to a few moments ago, which is in a way an atheist argument, is that religion, though it's based on complete falsity and fantasy, does at least give a form and a shape to people's atavistic and superstitious and barbaric and other worshipping tendencies. It domesticates and organizes them. That's what many people believe the Roman Catholic Church has been doing for a while, and I would be prepared to concede that if it wasn't for the teachings on virginity, the denial of the right of contraception, and many other horror shows. But they can put on a good ritual, I'll give you that. But don't go believing that if you put a wafer on your tongue, you're going to change the cosmos. Because, you know, there's no truth to that at all.
We're honored to have Ayan Hirsi Ali here this evening.
Wow.
And I'm going to give her the honor of the last question.
Yes, thank you. And I've become an atheist, and if Brother Sharpton answers my question, I might go back to faith.
My God, in here.
Well, there's at least one persuadable person here.
Mr. Sharpton, you repeated many times tonight that you did not want to talk about religion, you wanted to talk about God. Is it unfair then to ask you to give us the evidence of his existence? Is it, for instance, unreasonable for you to tell us if he or she or it created this world order? Who created him then?
Who created?
God. I mean, what was before him?
Well,
let me finish all my questions.
Oh, I thought you only had one. This is a...
Well, it's important.
Okay. It's a long conversion. Go ahead.
And finally, isn't it odd that you carry a Christian title and that you refuse, even for once tonight, to defend the church and the content of the Bible?
Because we are here to discuss Mr. Hitchens' book. And Mr. Hitchens' book attacked God. And I wanted him to defend his book. His book, unfortunately for your question, did not attack the Bible or Christianity. And I would not want, well, you have to read the book. It does when you get inside. But I think that what I wanted to convey is that there are all kinds of people that relate to God other than the ways Mr. Hitchens may address a certain religion that I respect. You don't have to be a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu or Buddhist to believe in God or worship God. So that is not the defense against those that say that God does not exist, because that would have reduced the debate to just part of the framework of the book. So that is why I wanted him to discuss with us his whole attack, not just his dogmatic attack, though he clearly does. And I do encourage people to buy the book. It's well written. I don't believe what it says, but it's well written.
Oh.
He's a very
nice
eloquent and well-versed person.
Well, it's extremely handsome of you.
Oh, I know that. And so, but in answer to your first question, I think that, again, to say that one does not exist because I cannot say for sure how it was brought into being. I'm sitting on this stage. You don't know how I was born. Answering God's not there because we don't know who God's father was or how God came into being, I don't think deals with the existence that there is clearly confirmed by some of the scientific data in Mr. Hitchens' book that I again encourage you to get, and get an autograph. Is that a ritual when you sign autographs?
Yes, it is.
I think that
it's more like
I
a
think,
sacrament,
again,
actually.
that the existence of God. It's a sacrament.
It's more like a sacrament.
It's a sacrament.
This is America, baby.
Don't put a wafer on your tongue when you get an autograph.
Only going to be nice to people with receipts from now on. That's how moral I am.
I'm afraid we're ending the evening with no conversions, but with a lot of eloquence, and I want to please join me in thanking both of our debaters.